What's up, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the Backpack Chat. So, today I'm just going to be narrating one of my most favorite forms of self care, and it is yoga. I get a lot of questions about yoga, and this video is going to prove that I don't really know what I'm doing, but I enjoy it and it calms me down. So, let's get into it. Let's unpack. What you see here is me just kind of taking it all in, just kind of relaxing. Prior to this, I had ridden the bike for a couple miles, and so I was kind of tired and I needed to just like chill out. So now I'm starting. I sit on my knees and I inhale, exhale, breathe, and try to push things out of my mind and, not be concerned about too much. The only thing I'm usually concerned about when I'm doing yoga is my surroundings. So I try to be aware because I was in a public place. And they out here killing black people. So you can't be too careful. You'll see sometimes that I'll close my eyes and then I'll open them real fast, like, whoa, can't do that, girl. So yeah. Also, I am down like by the river because I love the water. It's so calming and I needed some calm in my life. Okay, so I go into cat and cow pose. Another thing, y'all, I don't know the names for some of these things, and some of these are just stretches that I like. But anyway, this is cat and cow, which I really just kind of wiggle a lot because, oh, and the bugs were trying to get me. I wiggle a lot and like focus on my breathing, and just try to like get warmed up for the next poses I'm gonna do. Also, as a disclaimer, this is not a how-to video. I can't teach y'all how to do nothing. Okay? Not a how-to video. This is just giving you insight into my yoga practices and what I'm thinking. Okay, so I came back to sitting on my knees because that's kind of like my base. Like, that's how I catch my breath. And as you'll see, I do it several times because your girl be just tired. Okay, so the next sequence of poses that I do, I don't really know what they're called. Well, not all of them. Like, I don't know what this is called, but it always makes my back feel good, and um it's been strengthening my arms. I don't have any upper body strength, but this has been helping. I know this is downward dog, which when I do downward dog, I try not to like lock my back like in my shoulders in place because like then I'll start cramping, but it's hard not to do that. And then like child's pose is one of my most favorite, as you'll see, because I will stay in child's pose for like 5 minutes. It makes me sleepy and it stretches my back out really, really well. See, I had to adjust because get some wiggles in there. Girl, I know. Yep, there. See, there are the wiggles. It makes my back feel really good. I like to stretch too because when I stretch, you can't see my rolls. Like, you would think my back was just smooth. Nah, baby. Them fat rolls be trying to get you, girl. But when I'm stretched out, you can't see. It just looks all nice and smooth, like a nice little chocolate bar. Okay, so back into whatever this is called. I also really be trying to stretch my back out because my chest is really heavy. So I be struggling some days, like, and my yoga practice has helped me with like elongating the muscles in my back to carry around this shelf that I be having to hold all the time. And then back to downward dog. Oh, see, them bugs was trying to get your girl. They was trying to get me. The sweat bees and whatnot. Ooh, it was too much. You know they like chocolate. But anyway, yeah, I wiggle in and out of these poses a lot just because sometimes it doesn't feel right. And so I want to like make those small adjustments so I'm doing it properly or doing it the best of my ability and it feels good. It's especially because like I don't trust going to classes right now, so I just now am learning how to do yoga. And when you watch the videos, you don't get that real time adjustment. Like you don't have somebody coming around and like adjusting you and helping you. So I really just kind of do what feels good, and I do the best of my ability, and like before I go and do another session of yoga, I try to like look it up and look up tips and stuff, since I don't trust classes with the Rona out here. Back to sitting on my knees, because that's how I recenter myself when like poses stretch me out and I'm like, a little bit too much. And I was tired, y'all. Like, it was hot, and like the biking is always fun, but it takes a lot out of me, especially when it's hot. Okay. So now I'm going into warrior. Look at my like underarm muscles, bro. Like, I should have been a linebacker. Look at that. Or a wrestler. Anyway, so now like I'm going into my warrior sequence. I try to stretch out like my back and hips and stuff a little bit, because sometimes I cramp up. I'm usually chronically dehydrated, so like everything I do, I be cramping. Just walking around work, just cramping. I need to do better. And again, another like back kind of stretch, because again, my chest is really heavy, so my back be tight all the time. Wiggle, wiggle, little wiggle, little wiggle. See, you would think that I just had a nice smooth back. Don't let this fool you, because I'm chunky and proud. Okay, and we're coming back up to a little table. A little table. Alright, yeah, shake it out, girl. I love those tights. They're so comfy, and I got them for like $5 at Walmart. And that headscarf. That's an actual scarf, but my hair is in flat twists, so I didn't want to be exercising looking goofy, so I had to tie it up. Alright, so going into like my warrior sequence, this is one of the first sequences I learned. So it's one of the things that I'm probably a little bit better at, but my legs were hurting from riding the bike, so I couldn't get as deep as I wanted to. And I haven't done yoga in about a week and a half. I've been slacking, so my body's trying to get back into like the memory of it all. But this is one of my most favorite ones, because it definitely opens up my hips a lot. And I took my headphones out because I was listening to like chill music and just calming. But I realized I kind of wanted to hear the nature. I enjoy the nature. Even like, well, I don't really enjoy the bugs. But I'm in their house, so it is what it is. But I like the nature sounds. And I was right by the water, so it was just like whoosh, 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 whoosh. It was great. Again, adjusting the leggings. They're so comfy. They're cotton. And I can put my stomach in my leggings, because that's where stomachs go. Stomachs go in leggings, and don't let anybody tell you any differently. Period. Also with yoga, like, I do have a little belly, so some of the things I can like just move my stomach around. I know that sounds weird, but like adjust it, and I can kind of stretch around it, and like, I don't know, everything that I do is pretty accommodating for my size. Not that I'm just like super big, but I obviously am not a skinny girl, so all the stuff that I do, I've been able to modify to my ability and to my size, and it's been reassuring. I feel like you typically see like really skinny girls do yoga, but no. I'm like 200 pounds, and I be out here getting it, and it's great. It's also great for my anger issues. It definitely calms me down so I don't flip out, because somebody makes me mad at least once a day. But, I relax and I do some yoga, tend to my little garden, and just, it's been saving lives. Yoga saves lives. I need a t-shirt with that on it. Yoga saves lives. Primarily other people's lives. This isn't really a yoga stretch, but my hamstrings and my groin be real tight, so I do this all the time. And I try to point my toes, because, that's just like the dancer in me. Okay, I don't know what this one is called either, But I use my block for this because I feel like my leg just doesn't go like straight across like people's legs normally do. And I have a stomach and like big hips and thighs, and so it just, my legs don't be bending like that. Like it doesn't. And that's okay, but that's what I use my block for. I put it right up under like whatever leg isn't stretched out, and I just kind of wiggle into that too. It feels really good on my legs. I have bigger legs, and so like I try to pay a lot of attention to them because I need them to be really well stretched because there's a lot of meat on there. Some of these would be some good. Look how shiny I am. I was sweating so hard. It was so muggy, but it felt good to be sweating. I'm just like shiny. I usually hate sweating, but I guess that's only in settings where like I'm inside. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's such a cute still picture. I'm gonna have to screenshot that. Look at that. You go, girl. Okay, this is the last thing that I typically do. Um, I like this one because it stretches out my groin some more. And I have had like ovarian cysts and issues with like my lady parts, like with the cysts, and just so I get lots of really bad cramps down there, but this really does help. Like I cramp sometimes even when I'm not on my lady time. It's tragic. Also this, look at me. I was hitting my head on the block, so I had to readjust it, but and I was cramping. Again, because I'm trash at drinking water. But this is one of my most favorite things to do. I think the first one is called garland pose. I don't know what the hand thingy is. We used to do that when I was kids, and then now I do it because it's yoga. And it really like makes me feel balanced and accomplished. Look at girl, you go girl. Look at you. Okay. That's it.